It was the year 1991-92. We had just relocated from Lagos with my father, who used to work in Unilever at the time. And so we relocated, his company relocated him to Abia State. On landing in Abia State, I was enrolled in Iziama High School, now known as Iziama Junior, after this changing of the educational system. And so I just enrolled as a fresh year student after having my transition from Lagos to Aba. It was an amazing year. The name Reverend Ukpai was a strange one to me. I had not known this man. But that year he visited our school and was carrying the crusade. I looked at this man. He sang his usual signature song, Chinekeka, Asegeka, Chinekeka, Asegeka. I've never seen anyone sing this song, and it was strange to me since I was someone from Delta State, which is now, used to be the former Bendel State then. Those of us who know the South region. And the anointing welled up everywhere around us. I felt the presence of God like I'd never felt God before. I was just a fresh student and a convert from the Catholic faith. And so there was something interesting that happened. He began to give word of knowledge. He began to minister with this aura and with this authority that I've never seen before. And he said, there's a young man here, there's a young lady here. You are hearing me and you are hearing me clear. God is telling me that if you do not give your life to Christ, you may not see the next 72 hours. For those who are used to Reverend Ukpai, we know that he's very descriptive and very straight to details. For someone like me coming from this other side of the faith, this was quite a strange experience to me because I had not seen the supernatural or the manifestation of God's power that way. He beckoned and beckoned and beckoned, and nobody seemed to be forthcoming. So he went ahead with his sermon. In the course of his ministration, people were coming to the school compound and they were leaving. This was after school. And so it was not more than 30 minutes after he gave that word that a young lady ran in and was weeping, went to where he was standing. Because my school was a former missionary school, so they had a slab that they built where missionaries would stand, or the believe would sit or stand to address the audience or the congregation. And so while this was going on, she wept and wept, and he asked her, what was it? And she began to give the story. When he gave the prophetic word that they are a couple, they are a young man and a young girl who should come out here and give their lives to Christ, and they did not come out, she told the young man in pidgin English, I beg make we leave here, all these so-called men of God and all that. And so they left. Iziama School is a very popular school in Aba, and the entrance to that school leads to a major junction that is known as Abowere Road, PZ Junction. So they left the premises without surrendering their lives to Christ, not heeding the counsel and the advice that came from the lips of God's servants. As they left to cross the road, a vehicle from nowhere came and knocked down the young man. And when she saw what had happened, she took to her heels, leaving the dead body, cold body on the road. I ran back to the venue to give her life to Christ. And I froze in moment and in time and in space, and I asked myself, is this how fickle and how fragile life was? It's amazing how it was the person who dissuaded him from surrendering his life to Christ, was now the one who was embracing Jesus. And now this young man is dead and he's going to spend all of eternity in hell. That was the moment I froze. I looked at the man of God and I looked at the young lady. And right there and then she gave her life to Christ. And I don't know who is watching, But Papa Oma has left an indelible mark in my heart and my ministry about what the prophetic is, the grace of God is, and the anointing of God is. Do not listen to the counsels that are around you. You see, your journey with Jesus is a personal walk. You don't need an opinion, you don't need a suggestion. All you need to do is to hearken to the voice of the Lamb. May God bless you.